Just like that, we are live once again on a Saturday. Take
Key and
away, y'all.
Carrie. I'm Troy,
I'm Damon.
and excuse our punctuality, but yes, baby,
Anybody
technical
here anyway.
difficulties. Um, Very true. But anywho, that we could have redacted that. Anywho, happy motherfucking Saturday, baby. We are back with another motherfucking live rendition for you guys, chasing Atlanta, season 7, episode 4. Stir the pizzot. If I'm on my little scrap shit. If I'm on my
The
little
kid's
scrap shit,
not
that's how
eat.
we're gonna do that. Listen, we're gonna stir the fizz nine up in the shiz nine. And he missing that side too. So we're not even gonna do that. But anywho, motherfucker. Chasing motherfucking Atlanta, baby. Before we begin, shout out to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Shout out to the people who are going to join us for this good live on this cold ass afternoon. We are still on our journey to 1,000 followers. So if you can, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Help some Negroes out. You feel me? And I
Yes,
feel I
we
could I
appreciate
feel like
that.
I could say that during Black History Month. I feel like I could say Negro and it just not be an issue. Now, if somebody else say it, like somebody else whose baby hairs is touching their eyebrows, and they got a nigga that's locked up in jail, she say Negroes is gonna be a problem. But anywho,
What are you talking
um, redacted,
about?
goofy ass,
Shout
redacted,
out to
baby.
yeah, like you said, shout
Both
out to Tiffany to be here.
both my feet is on her
Um,
motherfucking neck. This goddamn review. I told you last review that I wasn't gonna acknowledge her, but I
that's
just
better
can't.
than you
I
not
can't take the
acknowledging her.
goofiness.
Better than you not acknowledging her at all. But I
I
also
can't
want
take
to
the
say
nonsense.
shout out to K-Star that's in the building. Thank you for being here, Carl. You
Yes,
made it
Carl is
back
in the motherfucking
today.
building, baby.
Look at me
This
making
is
it all
literally
happen.
Carl's episode. Carl's episode and Quinton's episode. As we go
Yes,
through the review, we'll talk about it. But
two sides
thank you
of
for
the
being here,
coin.
Carl.
Yes.
Yes. The hearts are back.
Real
Okay,
heart.
Streamyard.
Yes.
Okay. They want to give us a nigga on Valentine's Day. But okay,
Yes.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Yes,
Yes.
yeah. What did you think about episode 4, motherfucking Chasing Atlanta, baby?
Um, episode 4 was cute. Um, it was cute. I'm not mad at it. Some of the scenes I was just kind of like, okay, like I'm trying to figure out where this is going. I think the story is like interesting to me. Like I think it's almost like there are different sides being drawn. It's like you have like the classy girls that are a little bit boring, no shade, and then you have
The
like the lit
lit
girls
girls.
that are a
Baby,
little
come
more
on, BGC7. Come on,
okay.
because that's what it's giving.
It's giving
That's what
classy,
it's
giving
giving.
classy. Yes, definitely giving that. And we'll let y'all figure out who's on whose side. But I think the girls are linking up, the girls and the boys. But I'm interested so far. I think it's a good mix of cast. It's a good mix of cast, storylines, and actual chasing. People are definitely putting forth their talent, and not all the girls have personality, but most of them do. So I'm appreciative of that. Very appreciative of that. So
Same
really
here.
good for you
I agree. I agree with everything that you said. I'm starting to see the divide. Um, which baby, I live for organic and heavy on the organic because everything this season just kind of just seems fresh and it just doesn't like linger and it just doesn't seem unnecessary. So I'm like everything just kind of seems fresh. The divide, like I haven't kind of seen like a split like this where it's not forced since like Bad Girls Club. Like
right.
nobody is really trying to do too much. Like I think we said a couple of reviews ago, like we've been saying every review. Nobody really has to kind of do too much to stand out. So it was a good mesh the first couple episodes, and then baby that birthday party let us on real truths, and everybody was kind of like, I think I'm gonna step over here. What we need is a mom from SpongeBob who be shuffling her kids off to the side when she see the bullshit. That's very much this episode, baby. The cast
Yes.
saw some of the fuckery and they was like, let's step over here.
Especially
So
the
I'm
game
living
they was
for it.
playing at
Listen,
kickoff. I said, this
messy.
is
I said, is this an actual
different.
card game or did somebody
Different
write these
producers
goddamn
who wrote
cards
this shit on a piece
themselves?
of paper.
Because
Like,
very messy.
that's what
Very
it was.
messy. But
Um,
I was living for this episode.
yes, yes, it says. I thought it was not as good as the last episode, but I did think it was good. I
Hmm.
also want to say shout out to Fabio who's in the building, chasing
Yes.
alum, chasing Orlando alum. But yes, hope you are well. And also Shed Pro in the building. Thank y'all for coming through on this good Saturday. Um, but yeah, so we want to get into the episode. We also have a special guest coming through. I probably should have put it. Oh, I did put it on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram for updates for King Terry. But Malik is coming through. Do you want to send the link now?
Yes, just sent it.
Okay. So we're gonna bring him on, and of course he is a part of the Chasing Reality, production. So we're interested to like see like get some insight into what's going on behind the scenes, and what it's like to actually be around these people. like, but yeah, let's start off with the first scene of the episode. Um, we go back to Dom's party. I got some skills. See, I'm prepared, y'all. Look at me being prepared, somewhat, somewhat prepared. But we go back to Dom's party, the wig party. Um, Quentin shows up, and how would you have received Quentin at this point? Because he said he was not going to be a part. They got the email that he was not going to be a part no more, and then he just shows up randomly, no wig. How would you feel?
He brought a gift, so I feel like that's kind of
Makes up for the lack of wig.
yeah,
Yeah.
the lack of the way. Also, he came in good spirits, good energy, so I feel like that's also kind of like I don't know if he would have came in doing a lot or doing the most, I would have been like this bitch. But he came in, had a bottle in his hand, good energies, was
Mm-hmm.
happy to see everybody. So I don't want to say I would have paid it dust, but it just would have been like where you been like so. I mean, I feel like people were kind of doing the most. Like if y'all aren't paying this nigga, if y'all not paying this nigga bills, like I don't think he's entitled or he owes that to you to be like, oh, like I've been going through this. Like everybody's adults, we're all grown. So
Right.
I mean, I get they're probably doing it for like the show. Um, I guess the wow factor for the audience, but again, it's like for me, it's not that serious. So where the hell Quentin's been, baby. He walked through the door. He had all four of his limbs. He seemed to be in his right mind. That's all that matters. Shit.
Yes.
Listen, you gone for a month, baby. I don't know if Ray Ray got you or not, baby. Now, if Ray Ray got you, I might be just a little bit concerned, just a
Not her
tad bit
being held
concerned.
hostage like baby girl from Chasing Dallas. What was her name? Rachel. Remember she had that
She had
situation
that
with
nigga in her house, baby.
I can't leave the house, baby. He might make a copy of my key and this became his home. Like what did I
Ooh,
talk about
feeling psychotic. Come on, Ari Lennox. My goodness, baby.
Oh my god. But yeah, I agree with you. I feel like I'm not surprised that they had like questions on like where he was, especially when like the last time they saw him, it was kind of given like he was a little annoyed about how they felt about his fashion, and
Mhm.
then like you quit the show and now you're here. So like I would also be kind of confused. Is like, is this are you being shady? Are you being wishy washy? Like what's going on? But like after you see the episode, like it's important to not just assume things because you just
Right.
never know what people are going through. So, yeah, I feel like if I asked and he was like, "Oh, I don't really want to get into it," now I do feel like he could have said something that maybe alluded to the fact that maybe what it was. Well, he kind of did say like, "You don't really want to know," and like, "I don't want to ruin the vibe of the party." So I feel like that was
Mhm.
maybe enough for them to just be like, "Okay, let's just move on," because like
Right.
whatever he had to say could have changed the like vibe of the party, and then y'all mad at him like, bitch, why you, you a Debbie Downer
Very
now,
much
not the
that.
vibe and stuff.
Very
So
much that. He should
I
have
kind
told
of
him he was in a clink for murder, baby. Definitely ruined that goddamn move.
first degree or second degree. No, first degree or manslaughter.
Vehicular manslaughter. That part.
Not
That part.
not vehicular manslaughter. Jesus. Um, Also, I think I'm thinking this is. Oh yeah. Okay. Shout out to
Yes, Miss
Althea in the
Althea
building.
is in the building.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you for
being here,
being
Queen.
here. Yes.
Yes.
Serving as always in this photo. Um. So yeah, they talk about that. It kind of goes throughout the entire scene. Them like, it's like the party is happening, but every so often somebody turns around and is like, "Why was Quentin like? Where was Quentin at this whole time?" And it's like, didn't we just talk about this? But speaking of Althea, we get I didn't flip it out, but we get a song from her, and she sings basically "Happy Birthday," and they were kind of like they were kind of like shading her for it, but I thought it was kind of cute. It was giving like lounge singer vibes, like giving jazzy, kind of eclectic vibes. Um, but I did see when Noel when Noel started imitating her. Every man wants a woman, man. Because her voice is deep, but it's very sultry. So
That's
I'm
the
giving it
playful
to
shade that I left for, baby.
right,
That
right,
is the
right.
shade that I left for.
Yeah, I said
I,
not every
I,
man wants
I
a woman.
said I live for Althea. Althea, you my girl. I love you down, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I said the her rendition of Happy Birthday was kind of it was given a little bit of Pennywise. I'm sorry.
Wait, not
Just
Pennywise.
a little bit of just a little bit of Pennywise, baby. You know, it's like what's going on over here? It's kind of like it lures you to it,
Okay,
and right before he gets you, love you, Althea, but it was very much Pennywise. Like
I feel like it should have gave like, cause it was kind of giving sensual. It should have gave like Marilyn Monroe "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." I feel like that's what it should have gave. That's what it should have
I'm
gave.
not mad at that, but
Yeah,
I kind of feel like I'm glad she didn't go that route because Dom is like her brother. They kind of have
that's
that friendship
true.
going
That's
on,
true. They would have been
but
like, "What's going on?" Yeah.
very much that I'm not mad at Marilyn Monroe. Now,
Especially in that red dress. I said, okay.
listen, now that's my point. Now in the red dress. Now, if you give in Marilyn Monroe, are you wearing undergarments or not? Me
Of course
personally, no. Okay, period. Shout,
she was fucking
shout out
the
to that.
president who was married at the time. Of course she was. Like what? Oh my god. I also just wanted to highlight. I also wanted to highlight the fact that somebody, I'm assuming Carl, brought this damn 40 ounce, which I thought was hilarious. And then somebody was calling it OE. I'm like,
Oh, E
they can
baby,
still
I
make
said I
OE anymore.
can't.
Like, cause this is giving Miller Lite, but I can't believe
Pretty
they
much that.
had 40
I
ounces in it.
said yes. The only thing that was missing with the 40 was a pack of Newports and a box of Church's chicken.
Yes,
Like
yes.
that literally would have. I said not the 40. I would have been offended. The gift
Mm-hmm.
ain't even for me, and I was offended. I said,
Kim was
Carl,
offended. Kim was like,
like not a 40.
but it's funny because
Goodness,
Kim thought.
baby.
I think they brought it as a joke, but Kim really thought like they. I feel like Kim really thinks that some people on the show are low class, so he's just like, "Ew, you brought like a 40 ounce." Like I feel like he really thought they brought it to drink, but I think they just brought it for fun, like you know, because who drinks 40 ounces anymore? But I just thought it was
Child.
funny.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw that 40. I was like, where's the corned beef? Because anytime I see beer, I think of corned beef.
yeah, you gotta marinate that corned beef.
That
like,
part.
um, but yes, then they had a performer perform. Please forgive me, terrible host that I am. I forgot her name, but she did a great job.
Skylar
Um,
Star, I believe that's
thank
her
you,
name.
Skylar Star, in the building. Shout out to her. She did a really good job, especially just with the space that she has. I mean, his basement looks very spacious, but just for a
Hmm.
performance, like the fact that she didn't have a lot of space, um, it was kind of given like if you've ever been to New York when they be doing them like performances on the train and you just try not to get kicked in the face. I feel like that's kind of what it was giving. But Mama's did her thing, and they made it rain on her. So I was here
That
for it.
part. That was
Yeah.
also on my notes. Now, was it me or did the performer kind of get Sukihana? Because when she came down the stairs, I said they got Sukihana in the building.
She
Okay,
kind of did.
period.
She kind of did. I'm not gonna lie. I actually put that in my notes. Like she kind of gave Suki a little bit. I was living though.
I said, okay,
Um,
Miss Skylar Star. Yeah, she did.
yeah.
She did a wonderful job. Like her energy was like all the way up. Like you said, they
Mhm.
made it rain. Like she had everybody like shaking ass and throwing money. So
Yeah.
like that's how you
Period.
turn a motherfucking party.
Mhm.
That's how you turn a motherfucking party.
I also wanted to note this moment. So once the performance happens, they all sit down and they're just chatting, and so they start talking about, of course, like Dom just turned 34. Um, Dom is 34, and deep cut, but I guess Noel is like, damn, 34. And then he's like, oh, and they're like, wait, not too much in their 30s, because like basically half the room, everybody in the room is pretty much in their 30s. And so he's like, who's in their 30s? And everybody like raises their hand, and just the look on Ken Dog's face. Ken, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought Ken was kind of boring, but Ken is actually funny as hell. But his humor is very like, I don't think he tries to be funny, but I think he's so like he's kind of a serious person, so like his reactions are like funny to me. But the look on his face when he was like, "Damn, y'all some OBs, some old bitches." He was like, he didn't literally say that, but basically he was alluding to that. And then they're like, "Well, bitch, how old are you?" And he's like, "I'm 29." And I'm like, "No, well, you play all day," because I'm like, y'all look the same age, because y'all pretty much are the same age. But I just thought that was funny. Like, you about to be 30. It's okay, baby. You approaching your 30s. Like, you know, it's okay. It's okay.
And what Bernice Burgo say? Not even 40, not even
Not even
pushing
pushing
40.
40.
Listen, baby, that's the way. That's the way.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Um, and then of course them going in on Carl because Carl just cannot calm down, and also actually drinking that 40 ounce, which I think is the
Killing
motivator
it.
behind that.
Literally killing that shit. I was like, slow down, baby girl. My goodness.
He was drinking that shit for real, and I was like,
Child.
oh,
I
I
ain't seen
thought
a
he
nigga
was
kill a
good.
40 like that since what was homeboy name of Poetic Justice? Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago? Regina King boyfriend in the movie. Yes, I ain't seen a nigga kill a 40 like that since Poetic Justice. I said, my
You remember
that's how you
Carl was
know Carl
definitely
from
alluded
Michigan. Wait.
with the Kilolo braid. Remember when they first did that 40?
Yes.
Definitely also given that. But yeah,
Carl is
they
a fucking key, baby. I tell you, I live for Carl.
total key.
He is somebody that's so like naturally goddamn funny. Like
Naturally funny,
when
naturally.
I tell you, like he is so good at antagonizing people and
Mm-hmm.
not doing it in a like evil, malicious way. Like Carl is just so fucking funny, baby. Anytime he is on my goddamn screen, I am fucking screaming. Like that's just I can't wait to see him and Noel. Like I said, like our last review, I can't wait to see him and Noel interact. Him and
I
Noel
can't tell because you know
interact.
what's about to happen.
Yes,
You know what's about to happen.
no, it's coming.
He done already
Also,
had
him
that
and
happen with
Dom,
Dale.
Carl
Like
and Dom also have really good like
they
back and
also have a
forth,
good back and forth.
really good
Yeah.
banter, baby. So
Yeah, yeah.
Carl is overall just a fucking key, hilarious person, baby.
I'm interested
Like
to see how he's gonna continue to interact with the people in this group because I feel like some people I don't think maybe they just don't know him yet, or maybe they just don't gel with him as well as some of the other people. But I feel like they take him more seriously than maybe he needs to be taken. Which I mean, I can't say that's completely their fault if they don't gel with him. That's not just their fault. But um, specifically like Kendall and like Quinton, like I think they might be a little too serious for somebody like him because he
hmm
play all day, and I feel like they're very not like that. Um, but also, I just want to say shout out to G Baby Who Baby who's in the
yeah,
building.
shout out to
Thank you
everybody
for
who's in
being
the
here.
chat. Everybody
Yes,
is in the motherfucking building.
to see y'all on this Saturday. But yes. Um, so yeah, they're still talking basically. Um, and then of course, what happened to Q gets brought up again. And at this point, like I wanted to say shout out to Kim Dog because I feel like he was good at being like the host. Because I feel
hmm
like part of being a host is like kind of
Reading the
managing
room.
the yeah and kind of like making sure things don't go left. So I feel like he was really good at being like, okay, well if he don't want to talk about it, he don't have to talk about it. But Carl, of course, is definitely trying to get that tea, and then just assume like he was probably in jail. I was like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if he was gone for 30 days, like
My good. Now, what if Quinn was somewhere getting a BBL and y'all just put jail time on this man?
I think a
Somewhere
BBL
getting that body done,
a recovery
and
might be
he
longer than 30 days. Though, I would guess. I mean, I don't know. Surgery included,
okay,
I think it
true.
might take longer than 30 days. But I don't know.
True. I
I
mean,
don't know.
if you're a rat, you probably gonna try to bypass them 30 days just to get back out in the streets.
Yeah.
So, not saying that
The
Quentin is a rat,
news
but
said that he was sat down for them 30 days, okay? So that's what we gonna go with. He wasn't doing a twomp. but he was sat down.
Not a twomp, my goodness.
But yeah,
Not a twomp.
so basically, yeah. That. Do you have anything else to say about this scene? It really pretty much just kind of devolves into like them just hanging out. But I mean, they wanted to keep talking about Quentin. So, um, yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Cute. So moving on to the next scene, we see Quentin in his home, his beautiful home, mind you. I think his house is very beautiful.
Yes.
Um, I like how like minimalist it is, like just little pops of color, but like you know, a lot of neutral colors, but like pops of color. I like
Hmm.
that about his home. And then he invites his friends over. Again, forgive me being a terrible host. I forgot their names, but they are basically just talking about like what he's been up to because they haven't seen him in a while either. And so he's basically like, yeah, like I was about to go to Belize, like we scanned our passports. I was in the airport, and basically the cops came through and was like, "Come with us, baby. Go on and log out for me, baby." And basically he had a warrant. I guess he had some legal stuff going on. There was a pre-trial. I guess he had to stay in contact with, I don't know, his uh, an attorney, or I don't know who he had to stay in contact with, but I guess there was a lapse in communication. He didn't call, and so I guess they issued a warrant. He didn't know he had a warrant until, of course, they scanned his passport. He tried to leave, and yeah, they arrested him. And I don't know if he spent more than 30 days in jail, or if that was like just a certain part of the days that he spent in jail. But yeah, he basically spent that time in jail. A lot of things happened. Um, I want to say first off, it seems like he met some people that he connected with, so at least that happened. But he also mentioned, being assaulted, and also just being like mistreated, having to stand for days. Um, as somebody who watched a lot of like jail documentaries, I'm not surprised because those people do not care. Like, I feel like sometimes they might care every now and then, but usually they're just like, it is what it is. They're just a number to them. They don't really care about your safety or well being. So, um, but he did mention that I guess they split off. I guess because it's Atlanta, they split off the dorms from like I guess the people that identify as gay and queer, and then the people that don't. And I said that that's the best idea and the worst idea because of course like if you're with the queer people, you might not get bashed like gay dash, but it's also like a group of people that are attracted to like people that look like you, so maybe that ups the chances of like being assaulted. So I could see it being a good idea and a bad idea at the same time. But he got really vulnerable with us. He's crying. He basically said like this is I haven't even confronted this yet with anybody. Like so I guess the interaction, the scene that happened on camera was like his first time really like talking about it with people. Um, so yeah. What did you have like what were your thoughts on this scene?
I said Quentin was locked up. Carl was a jailbird. This went from chasing to 60 days in real fast. I said, come on, love after lockup. Like I ain't mad at that. But on a more
There is a
serious
through
note,
line of incarceration for this season, or this season for some reason.
but yeah, on a more serious note, I did want to applaud Quentin for, like you said, sharing his story, being transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is unfortunate that like I guess once people are booked and incarcerated, it's kind of like I guess depending on what your charge is. Like he said, he forgot to call his probation officer, and then for him to be kind of like discarded, and like he said, he had to stand for 4 goddamn days. It's like that's wicked and wild as hell. But also shout out to his friends. I think one of the friends' name is AP. The
Mm-hmm.
young lady with the pillow, I think her name was like
Start with the
Sui or
A.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Sui. Anyway, both gorgeous girls. I
Mm-hmm.
did kind of want to know now because it's kind of it took me away, kind of got me when Quentin said he saw weird shit going on in the queer dorm, and they was like, "Ooh, what you see?" And then he told them what happened. They got serious real quick. I was like, "Ooh."
Mm-hmm.
Now they thought he was about to be like on some freaky shit, and they was not prepared for that. I was like, "Baby
Oh,
girl,
I see
see,
what you mean. You thought he was about to give him
Being in like, oh yeah, baby, you was in there, and baby, it went from the jail cell to Coco Dorm real fast.
real
Okay,
fast.
no, it did not give that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
like you said, it is a disadvantage. I mean, there's pros and cons of having like the queer dorm,
Mhm.
but the fact that I guess I don't know because I've never been like that, but the fact that I kind of almost feel like he might have been safer staying where he was originally placed. Like,
Yeah. Well, it
I mean,
seemed like
I
the
don't know,
space
but
that he
it's
was
just
in. Oh
it's
no, go ahead.
unfortunate that happened like to him. It is good that he's out. It is wonderful that he's back on his feet. I'm glad that he's able to put this situation behind him, and it's also wonderful that his friends, were there to like support him and eat his rotel. Baby in that nice ass house and can't cook. Let's talk about that. That's the real guy.
I You know what? And I also, it's funny that like you said, like the shift changed, like when he was talking about like right before he talked about being assaulted. Mama was hitting that damn hookah, and then once the energy shifted, she was like, oh,
Put
like
that shit down real
I
fast.
thought she was about to get into some tea, and this is some serious
Not
shit.
that.
Um, so yeah, I'm glad that they were very supportive of him. You know, he was able to be vulnerable with us, which we love on a show like this. And I think it can be hard because everybody's waiting to like shade you, Carl, and be like kind of like get their joke in. But I'm glad that he was able to like be vulnerable and share like what happened to him. It seems like he's old, like he's past it. It seems like I don't know, like if he still has some legal stuff to go through, but it seems like he's out of jail, he's back to work. He also noted that he went to work right after getting out of jail, which I said, damn, that's different from most people. Most people be out of jail in somebody's bed. Shout out to live after lockup, but shout out to him for getting his right after going to jail. But I'm also thinking like he probably just wanted to escape the feelings and the trauma that he developed from being in there. Um,
Right.
but yeah, and then speak of the devil, I don't want to assume, but I think Quentin is in the building. Shout out to Quentin. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Shout out to everybody that's
Um,
here, baby.
yeah, coming through. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
do you actually want to get into some comments? Like, shout out to everybody that's
Yeah,
like in the
yeah,
chat. I feel like the
yeah.
chat is like going the fuck off right now.
Carl said, "Now why am I in it?" I think that's when you mentioned jailbirds. Oh my
I still
god.
haven't admitted jailbird, Carl, but you know I love how your honesty, Carl.
Period.
I
He
live for you,
embraces it.
baby.
He embraces it.
Listen.
G baby who baby says pre-trial release people like a probation officer. So is it kind of like being out on bond almost? Like I guess you're out, but you still fighting the case. I guess, and you could go back to jail. I guess I'm not sure. But thank you for giving us that insight.
I kind of
She
wish
also
Phaedra
said,
Parks was in the comments to answer some of these questions.
I don't know if we can necessarily take her legal argument, but hey. She also said it was key, his house. Yes, very cute.
Very nice, yes.
It like it smells good in there too. Like it smell like some nice cologne or something. I don't know.
Oil,
Um,
baby.
yes, 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 yes. Shout out to Jamar that's in the building. Thank you for being here. Um, I was being rough. We should ask him because I mean he has the experience from what we know now. Uh, uh, but yeah, message just said, yeah, y'all need to get in these comments like we ain't here. I'm sorry, it's hard to balance this stuff. I have ADD. It's hard to focus on all of this stuff. But thank everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Um,
Yes.
but yes, definitely continue to leave comments in the chat. We will go back and highlight them. Give your thoughts. Who's your fave? Who's your least fave? If you agree with us, disagree with us, let us know. Um, but yeah, going on to the next scene, Ken Doll and Quentin link up for drinks. I was here for this link up. I think that they both have similar energy. I think when Quentin signed up for this show, I think Ken Doll was maybe the type of person he thought he would be. Like I feel like this is why he signed up for the show. But yeah, they both have like a classy, chill, about their money, about their bag, you know, type of vibe to them. So I think that's why they connect. I also think that I kind of like Ken Doll's like fashion, I guess. Like
Hmm.
it's not something I would wear, but I like how he gives Barbie like kind of put together like the pink, the polishness of it all. I think it's cute, but especially this
Yes.
outfit that he was wearing, and then the outfit he was wearing in his confessional was definitely giving Barbie. But the sit down was cute. I'm glad that he reached out to Quentin, given the fact that everybody was kind of on his head about where he's been, and I feel like Kendall could see that like obviously something had happened. He wasn't just like gone to be shady or to like to get a BBL as you said earlier. But what you think of this scene?
I also thought that this scene was like really cute. Another scene that's like really organic. Them just kind of like picking each other's brains about like their life outside of the show, and then like the cast was um done like very tastefully because the conversation was about other cast members, but it didn't that didn't become their entire conversation, if you know what I mean. Like the conversation didn't become like this bitch is yada 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 and that bitch is
Right.
it's like this was kind of like the first scene, at least for me watching Chasing, where the conversation was just we're getting to know each other and we're not gonna let like drama we're not gonna build over drama and negativity. So this scene for me was like really cute, refreshing. Like I really enjoyed it. Like you said,
Yeah.
they have similar, I feel like, aesthetics. Quentin is like fashion. I feel like Kendall is into fashion. Like so I feel like this is I'm trying to think of like a kind of like a more mainstream duo that this kind of reminds me of. I want to say Evelyn and Jen from the earlier seasons of Basketball Wives. Now they ain't got Mean Girls yet,
Yeah, I
but
was
I
about to say,
kind of feel like this is that. I kind of feel like this is kind of like that almost, kind of a little bit
okay.
of that aesthetic.
Let us know in the chat
Evelyn and Jen.
what duo y'all think they give in. I'm gonna try to think about that. But Glenn said Phaedra is my auntie, not too much. I fuck with Phaedra. I'm just saying the legality of everything. I don't know. I don't know.
That
For my
part.
charges, he definitely not gonna do something like that. like for real.
Goodness.
Um, but yes, um, not not Jamar saying Carl robbed him. Jesus, robbed him this morning in the simulator. What's a simulator? Wait,
My
what happened?
goodness. Maybe
I
they
was
was playing The Sims. Maybe they was playing The Sims and Carl like jacked his ass. My goodness.
maybe. But then going on to the next scene, we see kind of like it was kind of giving yin and yang. I kind of liked how they did this, but so you had like Tyndall and Clinton. They're like again like very nice, very chill, very put together. And then on the other side you have Carl and
The hood
Chantel
bitches,
who are just
baby.
it's
The
like
ghetto bitches, baby.
they're bangy, but they're like a good time. Like they're I like both groups, but for different reasons, I guess you could say. It's like a yin and yang. So shout out to Chasing, um, whoever casted them and whoever decided to construct it this way. Shout out to you because you're doing a good job. But they decide to work out, and I guess Carl is like working out, and I guess trying to motivate himself by saying foods that he wants to eat after the workout. And what sent me was what he said, filet o fish. And then
Gag
Trevor
me. I
was
said,
like,
ugh.
from where? And he's like, McDonald's. And he was like,
Ugh. Baby, no. Absolutely not.
Tremel, you are bougie. That's so funny. Um, but yes,
I told that son of a bitch no. Cheese is what it gave.
deep, deep,
Deep
deep.
cut, my bad. Deep cut.
But yes, they are hilarious.
Mm-mm.
Um, he said not too much on the workout. Carl said not too much on the workout. He just, he there to look cute and then leave. I also lived for the Dream Girls reference. Like, I thought that was hilarious. Um, but yeah, I think that this was a cute scene. Like I said, different from what we just saw, but still fun. What did you think of this scene?
That's also cute. Like I said, I live for Carl because he's such a good fucking time. But I feel like he and Tremel are like opposites. Like
Yeah, I think
Tremel
Tramel's
is
down.
outspoken, but I feel
Yeah,
like Tremel is kind of more reserved. Where Carl is like, I'm gonna sink my fangs into that bitch and literally like drain her. My goodness, Carl is a little bit of Mama D.
is that a Mama D reference? I was about to say, is that
Yes,
Mama D?
Carl is just a little bit of Mama D. That's what he reminds me of. Just a taint of Mama D. The earlier seasons of Love and Hip Hop, baby.
I can see that.
When the leave out was not blended, Mama D. But I live for Carl.
I highlight that.
I absolutely live for Carl. He kind of gets me Mama D. But yes, this scene was it's hilarious. Like
Yeah.
they're both witty. Like
Mhm.
the back and forth was just again just so playful.
I also
Like
lived when he said, one Carl was like, take it from a bitch that been in jail multiple times.
it's like damn
Just saying
bitch,
it. He
goodness.
said, I made jail kind of sore. Baby, I know when somebody has done a cute thing.
He said that smelled like jail. My
Yeah, not
goodness.
the jail smells. Ugh. That's probably a combination of um, bleach, cigarette, and just a tiny bit of mud.
A tiny bit? You
That's what the
okay? I like that you gave him that. Cause
like,
no, I feel like jail just smells just like straight up unwashed ass. Like, and I do not have time for
yeah, not the wig being tugged, just a tange, just a little bit, just a tip. I just want the tip of the Matthew User said, is Chanel supposed to be considered Bandy? I've seen him as kind of an uppity auntie character on reality. I feel like with Tremel, he gives Bandy. Like, I feel like Carl brings the Banginess out of Tremel, but I feel like Tremel on his own is very, like, sedity auntie. Like,
well,
I can definitely see
and I hate to bring this up, but you know, Tremel did tase four. Hit his ass with that
that. Was he
taser
with
and had him
Carl?
sit the fuck down.
Was he with
Yeah,
Carl?
hanging with Carl. Yes, was he working? Yes, he was.
I told you, that's where the
Yes, he
Bandy come
was.
from. And Carl's probably in his ear like, you better tase it. Don't hear to tase that
Tase
bitch.
that
Like,
bitch.
I got the
And
taser for
Tremel
you.
doesn't
Like,
even give me like a person that would like carry a taser. But
exactly.
yeah, I guess
You
when
probably
the
got
bitch
some
ain't acting
balls.
right, you gotta have to act.
Yes.
You gotta have to act right. So shout out to
Oh,
that.
so funny.
Tase Mr. MTV.
Quinton said there's no bleach in jail. It's roaches and shit all over the place. Damn, for real?
Ugh.
How do they sanitize everything? I just thought they came in and just threw bleach everywhere. Like, I mean, oof, roaches and that sounds horrible. I can't. Um,
Ridiculous.
like you just said, basically y'all saying Auntie 40 ain't got no crew. You know, at times, I think sometimes you ain't gotta have crew. Um, sometimes. Um, but yes. So, anything else to say about this scene?
Excuse me, Q scene. Q
Okay.
scene, live for Carl.
It better not be no OE in that.
You know damn well I'm drinking the OE.
Trying to be slick.
Baby, you know damn well I'm drinking the OE. Bitch, don't play with me.
You said if it ain't for what did you say? If it ain't for a corned beef, no.
Who the fuck? Who was for a no, baby? No, 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 no malt liquor for me.
Oh my
Ugh.
god. Shout out to Don D in the building. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Um, you know what? we next time we together, I might buy you some OE. Some OE or some Taylor Pop. Get
Baby,
you right on together.
listen, baby, no shit. Don't be mad at me if that malt liquor ends up over your skull, baby. I might tap your
You gonna
kneecaps with it. I might tap your kneecaps with
you
it,
gonna do
baby.
me
Yes, you
like
bring.
the Brad? You gonna treat me like the Brad? Jesus. You know she
Listen,
went up
if you
on
bring me malt liquor, yes, that's disrespectful. You bring me a bottle of OE, baby, yes, it's going to cross your cranium. I am no.
You know that baby gonna
That's
shatter. Jesus.
like oh
Oh my god. Okay,
No.
so next scene, we get. I'm gonna tread lightly because I already know how you feel. So just get ready. Get ready. Um, so we are in Nova's home. I like how we're seeing everybody's homes. I feel like that's kind of different from like previous seasons where it's like we just out to eat or something. Like we're actually in people's homes, seeing how they live, which I think is cool. But we're at Nova's home, and she's on FaceTime with her boo number two, I guess you could say, 6'7". Um, and basically, she's like, "Where you at? Like, I didn't cook for you. Like, now I don't know why she cooked for him before picking him up from the airport. I felt like that was a little, the timing there was a little like, okay, like, girl, would he ever come in? Because I feel like you wouldn't cook and then anyway. He basically says he's not coming. Um, and this is the second time he's missed his flight, a flight that she paid for. Now I don't know if she paid for both flights, but Baby paid for this flight at least, and he just didn't show up. Which I feel like as this scene went on, I just kept getting more and more gagged. Like I felt like I couldn't pick my jaw off the floor because I'm like, one, he missed his flight. I'm like, okay, well that's annoying. But then she's like, oh, like this is like a flight that I paid for. And I'm like, you paid? You flew him out? Like, girl. And then I'm like, you flew him out twice? And you like, he didn't come? Like, girl, like, what the fuck? I was gagged. Like, I could not believe it. I was just like,
Really? You know what?
I hope it's a fake storyline for her sake, because baby, you flights are not cheap. Even on Spirit, baby, you might have to pay that $80 baggage fee. So you never know. But I was shocked by that. But he is like, oh, he's not coming, and so of course she hangs up because she's upset with him because it seems like they're about to get into an argument, obviously, and so she's pissed. She invites Tony and Dom over, and they basically provide her some comfort, offer a listening ear, um, and so at this point, we kind of get more of a look into who Nova is as a person and kind of, I think, what's motivating her, attitude and how she interacts with other people on the show. She is basically like, I've been with this guy for a long time, but he didn't really want to like be with me once I transitioned. He's kind of been wishy washy about it. And I guess like I don't know if her being with the dude pushed her family away, like her parents away from her, or like her transitioning, or both. But she's kind of distant from her family, and so I guess she kind of ran to her, 6'7", I guess, as a somebody to support her emotionally. And so, I guess that caused her to be more dependent on him, which caused her to put up with a lot of, his antics. And so I kind of feel a little sorry for her. Like, if you're, alone, like if you're lonely, of course you're gonna put up with shit that you probably wouldn't if you had, people around you to like care about you and support you. Um, I don't see her paying for no flights if she had like a you know, stable group of people around her to like help her. Um, but I can also see why she's acting the way she's acting because putting up with all of this, not feeling good enough to be like validated by this man. I feel like she's kind of taking it out on other people on the show. But I've been talking a lot. What is your thoughts on this scene, or at least the first part of this scene? What?
Oh, Homegirl's a bird. That's pretty much my thoughts.
I can't. Nothing else.
That's it.
I cannot. Um, Vonnie Boy, shout out to you. I haven't seen you here before. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Yes,
Um,
thanks for being
they
here.
said, how long was that food out before she gave it to? That's also a good question. Cause no shade, I don't know if Nova seems like the type to put the shit in the oven and turn the oven on low so that it's kind of still at a certain temperature. Like I don't know if she's the type of girl to do something like that, or if she just left it out and then tried to reheat it after the fact. I don't know. I wouldn't either, but I don't know. Did you think the food looked good? What you thought the food looked like? Rate her cooking based off of how the plate looks.
4
Out of 5 or out of 10?
out of 10. It's always out of 10, baby. Yes, 4 out of goddamn 10. Like,
Jamar said, "I'll throw that food up, no shade." Period. Okay. It must have been good if he tore it up.
okay, I love that for Jamar. Like, I love that for Jamar,
That
baby.
chicken looks good. I said, okay. I mean, it
Listen,
didn't look bad. I mean, hey, I'm
no
on board.
shit, but when I saw the paper plates, it made me think of Bad Girls Club season 5. Hey, what did she did? Hey, what did she did? My
Statement.
goodness.
Um, I definitely feel like she had while she was cooking that meal, she had Beyonce. She had Destiny's Child cater to you in the background while making this meal um for her boo. But um but yeah, I'm glad that Dom and Tony came to like basically support her. Even though I don't particularly like Nova, I do kind of see why she's acting the way she's acting. If you're alone and like you don't feel worthy of the people that you're trying to get validation from in your life, of course you're gonna like project that onto other people, especially if you feel like they
Well,
are
she should project
better
that
than
onto the
you.
people that are kind of like fucking her over. You don't know Althea, so with all the
Yeah,
smoke for somebody like I'm not taking my
mhm,
you're not Nova, and I'm not taking like that, but it's like, girl, you like so you're an adult, like
mhm,
legal. You're living on your own, so you know right from wrong. Like if you have an issue with 6'7", like I think my issue with Nova is, and correct me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm insensitive. She's a trans woman. The
mhm,
dude that she's lusting after wants a man. So
mhm,
it's like there's a disconnect there. Like, and I get y'all have been, I think she said dealing with each other for like over a decade. It's like I get that, but it's like y'all are on two different pages. Like he's gonna continue to cheat and step cross that boundary because
yeah,
you're a woman. He doesn't want to be with a woman. I don't know what's what's not clicking. So it's like he's not happy being with a woman. So don't fucking project that on Althea and Tony. It's like deal with the nigga that's locked up that wants to be with you, but you can't even be with that nigga because he's in jail. So it's like Noah's just all around like a bird. She got two niggas, don't know what to do with them, and she's projecting onto the women on the show. And it's like, I don't
yeah.
know. I just she's so
we
confusing.
we could see baby's insecurities in this moment. And like I said, to me it kind of made me feel bad for her because it's like once I see why you're being such a dick to people, it's like, okay, well, it doesn't give you the right to be a dick, but I kind of feel for you. Um, but I think one thing that maybe like lives rent free in her head is her ex saying like, why would I be like if I want to be with a girl, I would go be with like a cis woman. He didn't say those words, but he would go be with a cis woman instead. So I don't know if she feels like she's kind of stuck in like a rock and a hard place where it's like, well, I'm trans, like I don't want to be a gay man, which is what attracted you to me, but I also am not a cis woman, so like that it's like you're kind of in the middle where it's like, you know, I'm not able to offer you neither one of the things that you want, I guess. Um, but at the same time, yeah, like you don't need to take that out on other people, and it doesn't really solve the problem. It just makes you more and more insecure. But
I will say when she hung up the phone and put her face in the pillow, that was a Tubi moment right there.
that was definitely getting too. That was a Tubi moment.
It
I
was a
forgot that they
Tubi
just
moment right
like,
there.
girl, this real, cause like, ain't no way in hell I'm paying for one flight for somebody and you don't show up. Like, I'm never doing it again. So for you to do it twice and they don't show up, and the fact that he was just like, I mean, blame God. I don't know.
Right?
He was so
Like shit happens.
unbothered.
I was like, damn, like
He was so over it. Like, okay, yeah, I ain't show up. Like, I don't know. For
mm,
her sake, like I said, hoping it's not real. But shout out to Jaleel, thank you for being here. Of Gemini Town
yes.
Production, thank you for being
Yes. Thank you for
here.
being here.
It's been a minute. Um, they
Yes.
also said this is my first time keeping up with the season. So far, ATL is good. Period. Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
It's
a
it's
very
good.
good season.
They're definitely back.
Very
back
good
in
scene.
action. Carl said not Tubi. It was Tubi. And you know what's
Maybe
crazy?
Lifetime, but yeah, more Tubi. More
No, it's
Tubi.
Tubi because the production for Tubi be high, like the technical production be good, but the acting be trash. Did y'all spend all the money on the technical stuff and not the
It
acting? I don't know,
is.
but it was definitely giving that. And maybe that's where Miss Mama's is trying to go. Tubi movie. Um,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Shout to that.
Um, but yeah, I just thought it was an interesting scene because we just kind of get a look into like maybe not all, of course, but some trans women's experiences with dating, especially if they were with somebody and then they transition. I know that that can be a weird thing where their partner is like, well, I don't know if I'm still interested or whatever. Um, and I think it's also interesting because the first scene she was in with Tony, she was kind of, I don't want to say she was bragging. I don't think she was bragging, but she was kind of giving like, I got a roster. Like these niggas are on my line. But then fast forward to now, it's like, well, one stood you up twice, and then the other one is in jail. So it's like, I don't think you have the best options. Sometimes it's quality, not quantity.
True.
So
I
I don't
think Dom is like trying to convey that message
know.
to her, but her being young and having, two niggas on her lines, like, or whatever. But take that auntie advice. Take that TT advice, baby. I wish
Yeah,
I could go back in my 20s and
mm-hmm.
listen to my TT, get my TT advice, baby.
Exactly.
Take it
Yeah.
and put that shit put it in your bra, Miss Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in your left titty or put it close to your left titty. Keep it next to your
Mm-hmm.
heart, baby. That's what you do. That's my advice for Miss
Yeah.
Nova Banks.
I
And can we
also
go to the
don't.
next scene, please?
I also don't want to kick her or her down. I'm about to. I just gotta make this one point. The baby hairs are aggressive. I will say that because you made a comment earlier, and I was like,
Very aggressive.
I live for the unit though, but the baby hairs are kind of aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Yes,
not gonna
Daddy
lie.
Long Legs is what the baby hairs is giving.
Yes.
Now, if she want to make it a look baby, no shade, and this might come across problematic, but keep the baby hairs and give Chola eyebrows, baby, that would eat. Chola
She
eyebrows
needs
with
a
the aggressive
Chinese
baby
bang.
hairs, that would
That's what she needs. She needs a Chinese bang. That's
eat. Listen, that, yes, she would give Cat Stacks if she had a
she
Chinese man.
needs to give that status. That's what she needs.
She would give Cat Stacks if she had a
Um,
Chinese man. I'm not mad at that.
Listen, and it needs to be
I'm
like
not.
right above her eyeline. Like,
Literally at her eyelashes.
like,
Literally right at her eyelashes, baby.
I would live. I would
Goodness.
live. But
You
yes,
ain't shit.
going on to the next scene. Oh well, I'm out of order. But yes, we get a little bit of footage from Tony going to New York for a ball. I think an icon ball. Um,
Latex ball.
latex ball. She did mention that I think this was the first time she had ever like flown out of the state that she lives in. I guess a while back, like she flew out of that state to go to the latex ball, and now she's like being honored and like her face is on the flyer and like she's that girl. So I just love to
Period.
see where people come from and then where they're going and like where they are and stuff like that. But yeah, we love Tony. Tony fan account. But
Very
I
much
thought,
that.
yeah,
Very
I
much
thought it
that.
was nice. I love how she
Yes.
mixes like her artistry with activism as well. I live for that. So
Yes. I love how humble Tony is. She just seems
yeah,
like so down to earth and just
yeah,
so like she know where she's headed, but she hasn't forgot where she came from. As
right,
cliche as that is, I feel like a lot of people on these shows aren't really in touch with that. Like a
right,
lot of people get in front of the camera and they put on this facade and I'm this, I'm that. And I feel like Tony is one of those individuals. Also, Carl. A lot of people on like this season, but mostly Mother Tony Bryce. I feel like she's one of those people who just remain the same. Baby, off camera she's the same. On camera, I feel like she's the same. So I just love Tony Down. She's just so positive and just so like reassuring. And yeah, I just love to see her at this ball. Like she said, she the first time she attended this ball was like 15 years ago
mm-hmm.
and this is before she started her transition, so to come back 15 years later and she's being awarded with an award, and like yeah, I live for Tony. Absolutely love her. She was a perfect um a really good addition to this franchise. And I don't want to ramble on, but I do remember when she was first added to the previous season, I think. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see her and like Willa like link up, or just even her and Kendra, Tony and Kendra just like link up. I wanted to see like the girls like hang out and kind of like vibe, but we didn't really get to see that. But I'm living for. I love the fact that we get to see Tony like thrive this like
Right.
episode 4, and like she's already done so much. So shout out to Chasing Reality for production team this season, and then shout out to Mother Tony Bryce for just being the badass bitch that she is. Like
Mm.
it's period.
Only for
So
president. Mm.
yes,
Um,
win that $1,000 though.
right, and
Period.
she let that. She has to let that be known. Like I
Listen,
and I love how
I
she
ain't
was
mad
talking
at
to
it.
Nova when she said it because she was like, "Girl, you thought you could walk that ball, baby? No." As somebody who won the top prize, I'm telling you, you did not want to be out there like
Hmm.
with no practice. But so then we get to the next scene, the last scene. Quentin, I don't know what he called it, game night, I guess you could say.
Game night.
Um, I don't know what I guess the dress code was slumber party, like slumber wear, sleepwear, whatever. Everybody seems like they're in something they would go to bed in. Um, but yeah, I think having a party. I'm glad that he is. I mean, this is his second event that he's thrown, so shout out to him. Like, especially being a newcomer. I think that that's super cool. And I feel like he seems like the type of person that was prepared to be on the show, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like he came ready to like,
Very
host
much that.
and like show what he does and like
Hmm.
be a part. So, um, shout out to that. But once again, Q has a nice home. They start to play a game. Basically, like take a shot if, and then insert whatever. Um, Again, I don't know if I'm just approved, but baby, this game was had me clutching my pearls. Like, take a shot if you've ever had fingers in your butt. Take a
I
shot if
said,
you've ever
my
had BB.
goodness.
I was like, whoa.
Listen, and I was listening to watching this episode at like 4 o'clock at work this morning. I said chasing,
This game should have
chasing.
been called "This Not Feeling My Peace." That's what it should have been called.
My goodness.
Cause they had them to the
Very
hardest.
much so.
Like, I thought it was funny though. And I think it was a good way to like get people to like loosen up. Maybe like everybody to just kind of spill their tea and just hang out and talk or whatever. Um, I also screamed when I guess somebody said like somebody's card said like take a shot if you've eaten ass before, and so most people took a shot. And then I think somebody was like, "Oh, I said everybody like we all what we do, you know what we into, so you know." And then Kim was like, no, I've never done that." And I
My
was like,
goodness.
just the way he was like quick to correct them, like, no, I asked any of the dudes that I've messed with, tell them no, they never even wanted me to. I said, okay, period. I said,
Goodness.
okay.
Yeah, he
You're gonna
bit that
start
shit up real
frustrated.
fast.
Okay. Don't touch my ass, bro. Don't touch my ass. I said, okay, King Barbie. But then the question of who's had DV comes up. And as soon as I heard this, I was kind of like I didn't know. I was a little like nervous because I'm like, you already know how gay men can be when it comes to like vaginas and things like that, or just queer people in general, people that don't have vaginas about people that do have vaginas. So I didn't know if they were gonna be like, "Ew, what is that?" or blah blah blah, but they didn't. Um, oh, my bad. Looks like our special guest is in the building. Can you give us a thumbs up when he's ready to be put on stage? Period. Okay. What's up? Can you hear us?
Oh, hey
Yes.
guys.
Thank
Hey.
you for joining
Sorry
us,
I'm
Malik.
late.
No, you're fine. You're
You're
fine.
good.
Yeah.
I'm at work.
Yeah, it's making a
Oh, he was
point.
all
Okay.
good.
Good to see
But what's
you.
going on? I'm happy
Yes.
to be here with you guys. Where we
Good.
at?
I'm sorry. Hey, Damon, I need to step away like for just a really quick moment. I'll be right back.
No problem. Cool. Okay. So we're basically just talking about Q's game night. We just kind of got into it. We were talking about the
Okay.
game that they were playing. Now were you? I think you were there that night. I think I saw you like kind of behind the scenes, right?
Oh no. I'm I haven't worked on Chasing Atlanta since like season two, season three.
Really? I feel
Yes,
like there's somebody on there that looks like you because I
yeah.
swear.
The last time I was on set, I came back and I worked in season three, but I eventually departed ways season three. But the
Mhm.
last time I was on set with Chasing Atlanta was the T.S. Madison reunion, which I
Wow.
narrated.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you like where it's gone so far? Like, I mean, with this season.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this season. I mean, I have enjoyed the elevation of Chasing Atlanta. It's just one of them projects I've been around since like the very beginning.
Hmm.
Being that like Lauren England, she was a Birmingham native and put me on to the show. And yeah, like I love this is probably like this is like my favorite season so far.
I would agree with you. It's very few seasons that I could say could compete with this season. Like I think season three of Chasing Dallas was really good. Um,
I agree.
but yeah, this season I feel like they really brought their A game.
Yeah.
Um,
And with
so
this game night, speaking
uh
of Q, like, let me just say, Q came back and just, he did his things. Like, I feel like Q is in charge of the girls.
really okay, okay.
I feel like this one episode alone, like, Q has submitted himself as, like, a one of the top players for this season, in
I
my
could
opinion.
agree with that, especially since like this is the second event that he's put on that he's hosted. We see his home, which is really nice,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been vulnerable with us. You know, it's not like he's just this, you know,
One
shallow person.
episode. Like it's crazy how he was with Gone like an episode and a half and really came back and turned things around. And what I I feel like sometimes the audience don't understand because like I'm familiar with working on like shows like these.
Hmm.
Um, 2 months, like a month or two, when like you are showing up to work and the person that you're supposed to be working with is not there, it's kind of like, okay, where they at? So
Hmm.
I get it that they were asking questions. Of course, it's like, okay, we're only 4 episodes in, um, which y'all haven't really made a really good friendship, but at the same time, we like 4 episodes in, but like 3 or 4 months into filming at the
Hmm.
same time. So it's like, girl, what is girl at? She been gone like 2 months. We showing
Right.
to work. What she does she work here? So for Q to come back and let the girls know, like, not only am I still an employee here, baby, I am clocked in and I'm working overtime. So I
Hmm.
was like highly impressed.
I agree. I agree. I feel like he's definitely, like I said, I think he was prepared to be on this season. Like I feel like he knew what he wanted to do and how he wanted to present himself. I also like how he isn't taking himself too seriously. Like, cause I feel like he could have came back and been like, "Bitch, don't worry about where I was at," and like even the joke that Tramiel was like, or not Tramiel, that Carl
Car
was saying, he was like kind of playing into it and like laughing. So I was like, okay, you don't take yourself too seriously. But
hmm
I agree with
even the response I feel like he initially gave to the group, like, he like, oh girl, I haven't been out, I haven't been da da da, I haven't been around. He came back, I feel like he spent those 30 plus days away and he came back with a plan on exactly how he was gonna move around the board.
you. Yeah, agreed. Um, Also, shout out to him for like welcoming these people into his home, even people he's had like I guess kind of issues with. I think that that's cool too. What did you think of the game they were playing? Did you think that it was too much, or did you think it was perfect for like the occasion? Like,
I
I knew it was a
mean,
little less.
honestly, I felt like it was. it was about time. It's like, okay, now we got all the players here. Like, let's get into some questions. Let's get into some tea. So I think it was right on board.
Period. Sure, what did you think of the game?
Obscene, very ratchet. But yes, I want to thank Malik for being here.
Yes, yes.
Producer of Chasing Motherfucker Rally. So how many and I had to get off track because got a little distracted, but how many seasons have you been like a part of the Chasing like franchise? How many seasons have you
So
worked on?
I worked with them in season two. In season three, we started season three, and then like the whole melee of season three, I was a part of the group that got their exit papers, along with like their whole Gardini situation. So I the last time I was, which I just said, the last time I was on set working with them was the season two reunion, the T.S. Madison reunion, which I directed.
Okay.
Yep.
So this particular group, do you feel like, because I honestly feel like this season is just fantastic so far. So like how do you feel about this group versus where season two where you first started? Like do you feel like this group kind of has like the it factor in terms of like their hustle and personality versus the cast that you were initially working with or introduced to?
Yeah, I feel like this group feels like an organic friend group. It's starting to feel like an organic friend group. And I even said this about Carl. Carl was a perfect addition to kind of slide into the mix of this group because, and honestly, this is probably why Carl felt so comfortable so quick because he already has ties with these people. Like he's best friends with Tramiel. He knows Sammy. He knows Tony Bryce. He knows Athea. So he's kind of right at home. And in them situations, you're going to get like just organic conversations and situations happening. So it feel like I want to hang out with these girls.
Yes.
You and me.
Like I want to tip through. I want to tip through like the cast of Chasing Atlanta season 7 section. If I was like out in the bar, I want to tip through their
Part.
section. Yeah.
Is
Um,
Carl is is Carl hard to kind of like roll in or like to tame, or do you guys just kind of just let him be kind of chaotic, a good chaotic?
Was what I like. I know Carl from like just out in just the Atlanta streets and just networking and stuff. Carl is always a good time. That's like from how he kind of came in to the party, meeting everybody. That's Carl. I was with him a few weeks ago, like during MLK weekend. Good time, talking shit. Like that's that itself.
oh yeah. Don't know it. Oh my god. I just want to highlight a couple comments before we proceed. Thank you everybody for here. Of course, thank you Malik for being here. Dom said Q ate that he hit the ground running. Yes, definitely agree. Um, yeah, he knew he. I mean, we've seen him on a show before. This shit we do for love. Shout out to that. But yeah, so I feel like he's had experience doing this before. But yeah, he's doing good so far.
Yeah.
Um, and then Carl said, CC, I want to know if I'm on the top views on a Talk About a cast member. I think you're on the top. You maybe didn't get the first picture, but you definitely got the second.
Well, if Chasing was doing like the most valuable cast member and least valuable cast member, like shout out to
You're gonna be
Zeus,
second.
Carl would be my top.
Okay.
Althea would be second.
Mm-hmm.
Quinton would be number three.
Period. Okay.
That's my MVP.
Okay. I'm here for
I
that
feel
too.
like for this episode, Q is obviously at the top for me. Like he's
That
like
part.
number one. He is in charge of the girls. He is getting to know the girls. He is showing his life. So yeah, Q is definitely number one, and then two and three, I would probably have to say like Tony Bryce and Dominique. I kind of feel like
Okay.
they are really doing a good job at anchoring the show. I.e., example in this episode um when Nova Banks scene, read between the lines, baby, when the scene went awry, okay? Because obviously I'm just like, girl, you definitely knew this guy wasn't coming somewhere between like production, getting there. It was like I read straight through that. So shouts out to the anchors of the show coming in and saving the scene and like not letting this be like a waste of day, because I know how they can go. Like you can sit out to shoot one thing and something happens and it's like we got to reschedule this. Like it's a lot. So shout out to the anchors for anchoring the show, coming in and saving
Okay.
the scene,
Period.
I
because
did not
this
even
what it
think
looked
about
like.
that.
Period.
Because I also felt like it was kind of fake, but like what you're saying makes a lot more sense. Like maybe she did think it was gonna happen, and then he didn't show up, and then it's like, well, damn, now what do we film? We not gonna film you just crying on the couch, you know?
Right.
So
Because
That's a fact.
like obviously we can't do that. Like, but yeah, I don't know about Nova. It's just Nova is becoming like that cast member the girl we love to hate, and I
yeah,
don't know if I like or dislike that for her, but
I I'm conflicted because I love a good villain, and I feel like if I can like understand where you're coming from, but also be like you're a villain, I feel like that's perfect. I just feel like she's just kind of there though,
I
outside
mean,
of like
too soon for
yeah.
everybody. Like it's like guns are blazing, and maybe that was her. That is her makeup, and that's what. Obviously, I feel like this is the Nova experience that she was talking about. Like
Mhm.
she came in. Obviously, we're 7 seasons into a well-established platform. She came in with a plan, and it's like it kind of is reading that way. Even though, if it's not that, it definitely is reading that way. Even down from the text message,
Mhm.
the scene, the boyfriends, the smoke. It's just like, girl,
I don't know. I feel like she's trying to produce it, but it's not amounting to anything for me. Like I feel like you gotta have a personality outside of this drama that you're trying to construct. Like
Kind of like
especially on a show like
Carl.
this. Yeah, I was gonna say with like Carl, and then you have like Althea, you have Ken, like you have all these big personalities, and then
hmm
you have Nova, and the only thing we know about her is that he's beefing with Althea, I guess. It seemed like a one sided beef, honestly. And then, she got the dude in jail and then the dude in Florida.
and
And just like,
honestly, I'm like Nova. Nova so far, I feel like I like you're losing when it comes. Even Carl, before Carl started being messy, the first thing the audience saw of Carl is he's an artist. They
yeah,
had all type of footage to play back. He was in rehearsal mode, in scene. So even if we don't get like another work scene from Carl for episode or two, it's well established like this is what he do.
right.
Nova is coming in off the backs of, and then like you said, all of this cast they're really highly acclaimed, except for somebody like Nova, even like Noel in his lane, and he let it be known to Tremere this episode that he is successful. So it's like everybody we can kind of see what people do, even like if we not seeing what they're doing on a episode to episode basis.
Yeah.
Nova, we haven't seen the work, and that's
Ooh.
one of the other reasons. Like, girl, I'm annoyed because Where's the books? Where? What do you do? You
I
in
forgot she
ballroom?
even
You
moved.
you you only happened to get the whole modeling gig because that was a Dominique scene. Be clear, that
Yeah.
was a Birmingham connection. That was a Dominique scene, and he just being the anchor of the show, he brought you and Althea into that, and that worked out greatly for for you guys. But yeah, Nova, it's like, girl, you losing, you ticking down. I
She's
don't like that.
I feel like she's, of course, like one of the younger people on the show. And I don't, if I were her, I feel like I would frame it like I'm young, I'm coming in, I don't really know a lot. I'm looking, I might be a little shady, I might be a little bangy. I'm growing. Like I feel like I would have structured it like that, but I just, again, she's just not. I don't feel like she has like a real plan. And if she
She
does, it's
said,
kind of.
I'm coming for the actress of P Valley. I'm
Yeah,
coming for the cisgender girl. Like, I'm coming for whoever wants some smoke. I'm coming for Q. She came, let's not forget she had like some little choice words for Q in his fashions. So it's just like
yeah,
anytime she can dig, I feel like she's doing that. And obviously she knew that was gonna get like the airtime. You
yeah,
can tell in her confessionals. This is the confessionals are filmed at the end, so it's like
yeah. They're looking back on
it
that.
lets me know, like, girl, you was well aware, and even the stuff you say in your confessionals, it's like you ain't even. Obviously, we know you going there with Althea because we have seen previews and trailers, but you ain't got no reason to get there yet. So yeah, I'm like, I see what Nova doing, and maybe that's what she set out to do. But I don't know how it's gonna play out. And some people are saying that from what I've heard from like the talent and cast members, that we may have a change of opinion by the end of the season when it comes to Nova. But I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
We don't see. I mean,
It's
I still, I don't know. Althea did say that she believes she is the youngest, so I don't know how old Nova is actually. K Star said, Fifi is the youngest. I am the oldest. 40,
word.
baby. Come
And
through
then
40.
my thing is that whole
Yeah,
like, oh, you're 30, like,
I thought it was
Noel,
silly.
girl,
Yeah.
grow up, bitch. And I'm glad somebody clocked you. Like, bitch, what are you, a teenager? Like, we all grown here, okay?
I
So,
think he was trying to be funny because, like, obviously he's 29, so he's not that far off. But
mm,
that's the second time he's brought it up. So I'm like, are you insecure about turning 30? Because this is the
right, and
second
it's
time you
like,
mentioned
it was like you did it with you and Dominique one on one, and then you like reiterated it amongst the group, and it's just like, girl, yeah, what is you, a teeny bop? Like, we all grown. Like Portia said, Eva, we all have houses. And yeah, it's just like it's nothing new. So get some, like, Nova didn't have, Noel didn't have any solo scenes this episode.
it. No.
He really didn't really contribute much. I feel like in these like past two episodes. Um Other than the whole him and Tramiel of it all towards the end of this episode. So it's like, Noel, like, girl, you funny, we like your commentary, but it's like you gotta give us a little bit
Well,
more.
I did live for the
I
wig. I'll
I
say that.
kind of I will say I did also live for the pink wig, but
Hmm.
I also kind of got when he kind of toot up Tramiel. I googled her name and it said you train horses,
That was
but so
funny.
I was like, my goodness.
You knew it was bad when you had your best friend Carl like just for life. It was like, I feel like that read back could have been like, this probably the most iconic for the season. I don't know, like, this gonna go down. That reminded me of the moment where Gardini said Jalen Aaron White.
Oh my god,
Like
I
it
do remember
was.
that.
That's gonna be like forever. Like, girl, Trill, I googled you and you train horses. I was like, oh,
See, that's kind of like another thing that I really enjoy about like this season so far. Like this cast, they know how to read each other.
Yeah,
Like at least a
oh
good
yeah.
chunk of them know how to use like their words. So it's
because this
like
is
I
I
basically
know
live
the
for like
end
the
of
that
somebody went through a
episode.
chair already.
Episode
yeah.
one. I felt like when
Well,
I knew, I'm like, oh, these girls are, they're witty and
yeah,
I'm liking it. And, you didn't have a lot of cast members that were really like too witty in the past. If you like kind of consider like the Montels or the T.S. LaKendras, like, they read, but it's like very aggressive. When I was like, oh, these girls kind of, they witty. When they were sitting at the Sammy performance after he performed, and and Noelle was like, she was like, are you single? And he's like, no, I'm married, I'm engaged. And she was like, oh, let me see. And I was like, oh, these girls, like, they're picking up what you're putting down in real time, and that
exactly.
is the
They're
essence of
quick.
a good show. Because
Yeah,
sometimes you have people like that try to like, oh, I caught it and I went back and I thought about it and now I'm gonna get you on your confessionals. The fact that they are in real time going back and forth, even in that last scene, you notice it wasn't really a lot of confessional moments because it was just they
just
were like going for blood.
yeah, yeah. Speaking about going for blood, so one of the one of the cards asked about BV, which I think is bacterial vaginosis or something like that. And so a quick little moment is, I guess, people being confused about what BV is. And so I guess Althea speaks up like, oh, this is what it is. Like, it's not a gross thing. It's just a thing that happens, when you have a vagina. And so Nova is like, oh, that's something you would know about. Like, you know about that. Basically, like, oh, like I'm sure you've had it before or whatever. Kind of being a little shady. And so she kind of claps back, and she's kind of like, well, yeah, like I have a vagina, like, yeah. And so, like, how did y'all feel about that moment? Because I felt like Nova was trying to make it seem like, oh, you're coming for me being trans, but it's like, girl, you brought it up in the first place.
Listen,
So,
Well,
I picked up on the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so,
said the same thing. Like you do shade at her, she threw it back, and now you salty. It's like, well, shade her back. Shit, like
I don't even think it was like, to me it wasn't, it didn't come off as like intentional shade. I felt
yeah,
like, well, she was making valid points. I mean, the clearly it's a room full of, gay guys. And when she just, I felt like being the only cisgender woman in the room, she kind of stepped up and stated her piece. And maybe I'm gonna give Nova just a small amount of grace because it's like, girl,
hmm,
you don't deserve it. Maybe in that moment, because I know how it is. Also, being talent on the show,
hmm,
when Althea, because if you notice, like Althea was kind of sitting back on the counter, and not amongst the countertop with everybody else. So when she came in and kind of said what she had to say, she had to like do a
look
movement to,
around,
assert herself in the conversation, so to speak. And I know, like, maybe when you're filming, you just taking like everything with a bitch doing. It's probably, especially with this group, as I can see, like, okay, bitch, what is you? Because you coming up here and you making this point right next to me. So maybe it was that, but honestly, the girl was just, you know, educating the people in the room that needed to know. And then Nova, you are the one who said something for her to further clarify what she was clarifying in the first place. So it's like, bitch, what?
she
Like
knows
she said, bitch, is you cool?
it. literally, that's what I should have. That's what the title of the episode should have been called. But Althea said I was trying, but Nova kept putting her arm in the way when I would get in between her and Noelle. Yeah, I mean it's given competition in my opinion. Like I feel like Nova feels like how some people it's like they want to be the only one in the room, whether it's the
That's
only
what it
black
gave
person,
me.
the only whoever. That's she's like I want to be the only girl. So
Point from the point where she met Tony,
yeah,
definitely when she met Athea, because honestly, and I'm pretty sure Athea she seems like she's a very smart lady. So even when they were having that first conversation when they first met at Q's fashion event, she was being very condescending in that conversation. It was very like nice, nasty, and it's like, bitch, have y'all met? Do you know her? Like,
she said I saw my competition. Yeah, I'm ready. Like, damn. But yeah, I just also like how unbothered. Well, I guess up until the end of the episode, how unbothered Althea has been. It's almost like she's like, I didn't even realize you were being shady towards me. Like, I'm just living my life or whatever. But they continue to play the game and they get more into like I guess the conflict within the group and I don't want to say conflict. I guess more of like the shadiness amongst the group. Of course, Q mentions like he was in jail, and I thought this scene was also funny, or this little moment was kind of funny because like Carl would not like let him tell the story. Like he was like rebuking, like, "Oh, yep, pre-trial, yep, let him give his own account of what
oh
happened."
I
my,
put in my notes that Carl was killing me with the Migo ad libs. Like, please let Quinton tell the damn story.
I'm
I was
Goodness.
screaming. I was like,
And I mean, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't take what Carl's action as like as he was trying to be malicious or anything. It was just like, but girl, please let him kind of talk his way through it because
right,
I know it probably in Q shoes it was a lot. Like he had already, did his solo scene with his friends, which kind of just warmed him up. But these are the people that you're gonna be filming with throughout the season, who also are going to be able to have an opinion on anything you share with them. So it was just like let him just kind of get it, please.
I feel
So
like
yeah,
I feel like in his mind it was given like Carl's mind it was given like yep I knew it like he was thinking about it was like I knew it I knew he was in jail like I
and
Carl
was
is a fucking kid.
that to add like so, Carl did make a good point. I think he on the chasing panel that they do. Carl was like, a lot of these girls are, they in a bougie era. These are, well put together, well to do, established group of people. So him just coming in, obviously, like I said, already feeling that level of comfortability because he knows so many people in this group and like high players in this group, like people like Tony and like Dominique. He knows these people, so him having this opinion is just kind of like part for his course because it's like, girl, first of all, these people, I'm just coming in, I'm hearing what y'all telling me. Y'all been looking for Q. He ain't been around for this minute, a month and some change, and this, that, and the third. Ain't nobody heard from him. And then he meets Q. Q comes in. He don't want to talk about it. Carl's only going by experience. He like, he ain't as bougie as this group of people. He ain't been, he ain't been to the clinker. He know like, bitch, his friends know if you ain't heard from me in about a month, then this is where he could be at. So
down.
Carl has experience in this. So I feel like one, he was kind of coming from that angle too, because he is kind of like the dull knife in this sharpened group of people. So it's like, girl, he kind of know like y'all didn't want putting the context clues together, but he immediately got what it read. And we in Atlanta. Okay.
And we get that's so funny. He said clock it. That's exactly it. Period. Okay. On the nose. Yeah. Um. So then they also talk about. He also gives his reason in the scene, like kind of what motivated him to like kind of figure out what was going on. He mentions that Sammy was basically like when Q showed up to the party, Dom's party, he was like, oh, I'm gonna check him. Like he ain't been here. Why hasn't he been here? How did y'all feel about that? Because to me, it was like Sammy don't give that. Like I thought initially it was given like he was joking, like oh, like I'm gonna see where this bitch was, but like in reality, I don't really care, But I guess he's like, oh, I did check him, and then everybody's just like giving their own account. So what y'all
I feel like it's a lot of things that can be true in this moment.
think?
I feel like Sammy was probably joking, but at first I felt like he was joking, but he said it like 2 or 3 times, like, "Oh, I'm gonna dig in his ass, like I'm gonna get his ass, like where the fuck you been at?" So I was like, "Are you joking or kind of like are you like serious?" But the way Carl brought it up was funny as hell. The way Carl is kind of gagging him, even when I hate to kind of
He is
this the way
gay.
Carl has been gagging the cast members. Is like, you're not gonna bring this up that way. Well, how else are we gonna address this shit? You
Mm-hmm.
said it, so I'm gonna address it. I'll just live for Carl. So I don't feel like Sammy was like gonna like, oh, I'm literally gonna check this just like where you been, but it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, like it's like you literally disappeared. So like, what's going on? Like
I feel
that's
like
I,
how I took
well,
it.
I feel like Carl is definitely clocked in. He's activated, and like I said, because he has such an authentic just groove into the mix. These are not strangers he's meeting for the first time.
Mhm.
So he is like his girlfriend Sammy that he knows that he's not meeting on this show is like, girl, such and such ain't been around. Like, girl, she's for and she texts you out of all people because remember Sammy was the one that is invested. He's the one who dropped the ball that these girls might not even be coming back. So he'll circle around and he like and been having his outside conversations with, the people that whatever that he needs to gather his tea from. So it may be given like, oh girl, when I see her, like, girl, because why would she even reach out to you? Because he did say that. Like, what would make him reach out of all the people? Why would you reach out to him? Because it made me feel like Sammy said that in a way like, why would you reach out to Tony? And bitch, I'm been the one like really trying to figure out like what's been going on with you. Like, girl, I followed up with your good girlfriend Sebastian after she sent emails and gagged the whole cast. Like, I've been trying to, why would you? So it may be given like I don't know. I had said that Sammy was given like a Sheree Whitfield bone carrier, but
Yeah, I
she
can
may
see
be
that.
giving a Cynthia Bailey like we all have a side. You do have a side, okay? In the words of Nene Leak. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
I
see you
don't
playing
know,
his game.
Sammy, and I like Sammy. I love Sammy for real.
Yeah. No, I feel like he's cool, but like everybody can get a little shady, a little messy, and I don't feel like he's like I don't feel like it's bad or like he's doing too much or whatever. But back to I think something that you said about Carl, it kind of reminds me of like the way he's like lifting everybody's wig is given like everybody showed up in their like nicest like garms and he just threw water on everybody. He's like everybody is just equal now. You said this about this person, like it's just like the greatest thing ever. So
My
I'll live for that. And
goodness.
he has the humor to like pull that off. So I think that that's so funny.
Even coming with she got in the field toe to toe with the big dog, the anchor himself, like Miss Dominique, like, oh girl, should we go down memory lane? No, bitch, you
You
got your.
got me maced.
Did I get
Right.
you
My
maced or
goodness.
did you
I
get
was
maced?
gagged when that came up. I was not expecting
Oh,
this argument to
okay. So it's like
surface.
everybody's on the table, everybody's
You
Yeah.
fair
got me
game,
maced. My
and
goodness.
and I'm liking the fact that it's not even giving like tag team because like him and Tramiel are like really like best friends in real life. It's like
Mhm.
Tramiel is like, girl, I'm definitely going to let you. I'm gonna let you explore it on your own, and like because I felt like maybe Tramiel was to get his life when Q had said, "Oh, I see you're a girl that don't respect boundaries." Oh, you know all that, and just this one moment, I do. I was
Mhm.
like, clock, and that's what I'm saying about Q. That's why she's at the top of the pyramid for me. Q was clocked in the entirety of the episode. From the time she returned, she was like, "Oh girl, I'm not letting that slide. I am here. I'm giving y'all what y'all need. I'm gonna rally the girls and." I don't know. We might be. I don't know. Q might find himself on the end of that reunion couch, if you ask me.
Okay. Interesting. So, like I said, he gives his account. Of course, they make their jokes, but I think there was also a level of like, okay, like, we're here for you. We understand what you went through. We accept you back into the group. I feel like they just kind of had to haze him a little bit before that whole situation, and then of course, like I said, Sammy gives his side of the situation, and so then they decide to keep playing the game. I guess they just move to the couch, and so there was a card which this card is so I feel like drawing this card is like fighting words. Like you might as well just square up with the person because what the
If
hell?
this was the Uno card, what would this Uno card be? What is the
I think draw
equivalent?
four plus.
I think this is a draw eight. I
Okay.
think they
Draw
have a
eight.
new edition where they have you. Yeah, you have to draw eight. I
Wow,
think this is
make
that
your
card.
Draw
own
the whole
rule
deck.
because, like, girl, what?
Who looks
Goodness.
like they need a shower is so disrespectful. Honestly, I would rather have been who looked like they breath stank. Cause like, okay, you could just brush your teeth or like get some gum or something. But who like they need a shower? Your whole being is dirty. You need to just start over. Um, so who else but Nova gets this card? And I swear this would be a production, something that production engineered. But she gets it, and I thought it was funny at first because you could tell she was hesitant. Like she felt like this was her moment. Like she didn't just come out and say like, I think it's Althea. She was like, oh, I think it's well the person I think, and it's like, girl, are
That
you
bitch
okay
was
or not?
scared like that because I let me tell you this. Nova is a brave ass. She's a brave girl because you talking cash money shit, and she was doing it next to her best friend. And see, I thought the best friend, I don't know, like maybe she kind of like, I don't know, like how this go, like, they got cameras, they got iPhones, maybe they're serious, maybe it's not. Baby, you should have, like, I was waiting for the best friend to like reach over and clock
Right,
her because it's like, excuse me,
right.
are you cool?
Yeah, this
Like,
whole scene was a month. Even Althea's face, because baby girl was just on the couch enjoying her plate of
That
food,
food had to be
and
good.
Nova
That food had to
it
be good
did.
was
as fuck.
just
No
on
shade.
her neck for no goddamn reason. Like,
I would have
I'm
been fine.
Althea in this moment. Like, bitch, let me enjoy my food. Like, why are you
I
fucking
have to
with me?
say
Like,
because
That's what I
Quinton
would have
said
been
he
most
cooked
mad
the
about.
food, so that
Like,
food must have been good.
right. I'm trying to enjoy my plate. I'm not even mad about you shading me, like, whatever you think I need a shower. Now I gotta respond to what you saying when I just wanted to sit here and eat my food.
and
Like,
I
I
just want
don't
to eat
need
my
you to
food.
say
That's it. That's it,
that.
baby.
And
I just
then
want peace and food. That's it. And here you go
who was
fucking with
it
me.
that was like, you want me to grab the plate for you, baby? Like, who want me to
I
take
think
this?
it was Carl. It was Carl. It was
Definitely,
Carl.
she was ready for the mess.
Bro, that was so
It
funny. But
was
yeah,
Cause
I would
I
Carl.
have been
feel
Althea.
like maybe Althea, because Althea has been, oh Lord, you deserve all the grace that you've been giving out, child, because she's been given a grace, but it's just like I feel like in that moment, it was not more so about, because obviously I feel like just my producer had coming on here. This is the story that maybe tied Althea to this group. This is what made her interested in her casting interview, because this is not information that the producers didn't already know. You know, they know about her experience with her baby father, and it was probably a plan that she had, that she was going to, how she was going to present this on this platform. Obviously, because that's a part of her story, it's a part of her journey. Um, and even being hesitant and talking to talking to the producer, she was in the studio about it. So I feel like what really grind her gears in that moment was not only the fact that it's like, okay, you know, shade, we can like, ah ha ha, funny, funny, but then it's like, bitch, you wanna bring this up when it's not like, girl, you ain't get the tea from, you didn't get the tea from like a source. I'm the source. She clearly had talked about it before around the cast, around her, the people that she's working with. Um, and it wasn't shown on purpose because obviously it's a plan in place to bring this out at whenever, you know, however she see fit. So now it puts her in a predicament when you're not only gonna use the tea that I shared with you to try to spray me with in front of, because it's not just people that might have been present for that conversation when she had shared it, in front of people I don't know. You're trying to tell my story to the world before I get a chance to. And now it's just like, girl, I got a kid. I got to kind of like, like she said, that's not even how I said it to you. Like using the whole gay for pay thing, it was like, okay, she saw what she was doing, and Mama, she knew what she was doing. It's
Yeah.
dirty work.
Um, I did want to clarify. Jamar said, production. Mentioned
Mm.
they didn't have an idea about the information about Althea's baby father. So I said, okay. I mean, I kind of figured that
Well,
this was going to
obviously, maybe
happen.
not in a sense, but obviously, Althea had shared that with the group in a way where they obviously decided not to use it, or it wasn't a significant factor in that way. But for her to use the tea that she like, girl, you can't spray me with my own tea. You can't
Yeah.
shoot me with the gun that I loaded. You can't shoot me with the gun I loaded. Like, come on
What
What?
now.
Treasure P say? It
I
ain't
was
what you
about to
know. It's
say
what I
that.
told you.
It's not what you know, it's what I told you. Yeah. Like, I to me, it was just kind of given, like, okay, like, you clearly had this tea and you wanted to spill it regardless of whether, like, the card or whatever. Like, I feel like this was going to come out no matter what because I feel like this is something she had against Althea. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually I just feel like shade is silly, but maybe because Nova rubs you the wrong way, I'm just like, girl, her baby daddy gave her pay, but y'all are all queer people. Y'all all messing with people that
Right.
are like, I
Right.
don't. You can't
You
say
got
she's
a nigga
dating
in
people
jail.
and
So
then
that's kind of like a baby dad
And
that's gay for paying a nigga in jail. Same boat. Like,
well, I'm saying like you can't shade her because I feel like the shade, the undercover shade is you're sleeping with a man that's gay. Like you're sleeping with men that's sleeping with other men, but it's like
true.
Nova, you are also in that same boat. Like, so to me, it's just like, eh,
you're in
I
the
don't.
opposite boat because you're telling us you are flying a man out that doesn't want to be with a trans woman. They want to be with a gay man. So it's
Yeah,
like, girl, just like 6'7", 6'9", six
My
two
goodness.
was playing in your face, like, welcome to the club, sweetie. Like, you a part of the same group. Niggas playing bitches face, and you just so happen to be a part of that collective. And it's like, for you to try to, it's Althea telling y'all, because I obviously, even if production didn't know about it initially, Athea had shared it on camera, on screen, somewhere where they, during filming, where they can be able to flashback and account for it. And it's like she probably had a plan on how she was going to share her story herself. So, bitch, how dare you? And the audacity. And Athea gets a lot of grace because she came out the bag, which I appreciate. When the moment she said, "Bitches, you cool," I was like, "Thank you and welcome to the motherfucking show." Because welcome in, mamas. But she ain't misgender, at least on camera from what we
Right.
saw. She didn't misgender Nova. She didn't, she stayed. She was cool in a very uncool
She was
situation
as respectable as she could be under
as she
those
could be.
circumstances.
Right.
Thank you,
Gotcha.
And I just
thank
want
you.
to highlight a
I
couple. Oh, go ahead, Troy.
Oh no, I was just wondering why you highlighting the comments. I did want to kind of piggyback off what you said about Ken Dot earlier, his reactions, baby. Because when Nova spilled the tea, I don't think Ken was privy to that knowledge, baby. His
I
face
don't think
was
most of them were. Everybody was
flabbergasted.
like,
And then
"What
when
you
Althea was like, "Yes, that is true," he was like, "Oh shit, bitch!" Like what? He was like,
did that?"
"What is going on right now?" Yes. So
See,
Ken Dot is so goddamn funny.
So funny.
and Q reaction.
Yes. And Noel's too. But Jamar said Althea said she mentioned the information around the group while the cameras were down because but they were still nice. So yeah, I think after the balls or like in between the balls,
Mhm.
when they were outside talking to Nova about the Tony situation, I think that's maybe when she mentioned that. Um,
Okay.
and then she also said, well, she said correct to Jamar, and then she also said when we were taking a break at Tony's ball, okay, yes, I had been drinking, forgetting about the mics, and then felt vulnerable with the group as they did with me. Yeah, I mean,
Period. Which I mean, that's normal and typical for castmates to do. Like that's what
mhm,
kind of like makes for a good show and a good, friend group when we kind of can have conversations on camera, but we can kind of like, take those moments away from camera and really like open up. So that even knowing like that bit, it's like bitch, like I said, you can't spray me with my own tea that I've given you, first of all. And the fact that Idea was being so transparent and open with the group shows me that, she's really in it to kind of like make connections. And it also makes me think that if I'm so comfortable sharing it with you guys, she probably had a plan on sharing her story with the masses of this platform, whether she had told production or not. Because again, like it's part of a story, and we may have would have heard about it eventually. I
right.
mean, obviously, if she was, being so open with them in that moment. So it's just like
I wonder how the
it was
group is
wrong.
gonna feel. Yeah, I wonder how the group is gonna feel about it because everybody looked like even if they knew the information about Althea, I feel like they were surprised that Nova
You
would
don't say
say
that.
that. Like, and then it's like, girl, do y'all have beef? Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't know that y'all were into it. So for you to just whack her like this out of nowhere, I would look at Nova like, girl, what's the problem?
I
Like,
have this theory. I have this theory.
mhm.
I think Althea's baby daddy and 6 7 might be getting money together, and that's why Nova is on Althea's head.
You know what? You might be on the case.
I don't
You
know.
might be.
Your
Althea,
man
I
don't
love
want
you.
with
I love you,
friends. Women.
Althea, but that's
Look,
just a theory that I popped
look,
that
your man don't
popped
want to
Let
be
up.
it
with finesse
fall.
women. Her man, have been with men,
I'm
gay men.
listen.
Yeah. So
Listen,
it's
he
like I
might
don't
have
know.
got on that flight.
Yeah,
He just didn't
but
get to her
girl,
mom.
she was dead ass wrong, bitch. No, you was wrong as fuck. You were wrong. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
Nova is like the girl like I'm living to hate, but you was you is dead ass wrong. You pushing a store forward. You are like, you are getting your things, and I feel like she may be. I feel like people may feel like how they feel about Summer on Baddies, and I really love Summer because I love an underdog, and I just like I want to love Nova, but it's just like it's this is you
Yeah.
taking me through there where I
See,
can't
I
miss.
think Summer and Carl. Shout out to Zeus and shout out to the Baddies universe, but I feel like Summer and Carl share certain qualities, certain traits, where they're both outspoken. They're gonna say whatever the fuck they want, whether you like it or not. I feel like Nova, on the other hand, Miss Banks, I feel like she can't find that way. She can't find that median. It's like it's
Yeah.
either too soft or I'm gonna go full force and just. And it's like a lot of people don't know how to find that balance like Carl. And like I said, Summer is a motherfucking villain if you like. And it's crazy because initially she wasn't penned to be the villain. Like if you know about the big three, Dolly was the villain. Summer was just like the
Joke.
loose cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now Summer has literally taken on this goddamn villain role, and I don't even think that she's just so good at it. And I feel
Yeah,
like that's what's
you're
missing
right.
in
Down it.
like the web series world.
But
I
I
feel like
feel
that's
like
what's missing.
that's why I feel like Nova is trying to give that, or I don't know. Maybe like you said, Nova don't know what she's trying to give. Like it's just like, but girl, oh no, I be for the underdog. I'm a person that I'm always for the underdog, and it's just like, Nova, you are approaching this so wrong. Like you don't come at people like, you know, I mean, if it's a genuine problem, buy five mamas, get your things, do your things. But like, I feel like the whole situation with Tony Bryce is like, girl, this could be this. You are very lucky to find yourself within this group of people, in like in my opinion. So it's like you need to take advantage of what you got going on. Don't try to you trying to dismantle the ship before you can set sail.
Like you said, I don't know what she thinks she's doing. She's not, and then it's like she's not clever or cheeky about it. Like kind of how y'all. I don't watch that but it seemed like how y'all were saying with Summer. It's like there's a finesse to it, and I feel like she's just kind
It's
of
no
like,
finesse. The
yeah,
time she sent Tony that message said, "Girl, it's all in. You know, it's a show. It's a show. It's a
yeah,
show, girl." And I'm like, "Girl, what? Bitch, is you cool? Like, it's a show. Do you not know, bitch? I'm Stars Network, okay? I'm
right.
P Valley, okay? Like, I got real. I'm Latex Ball. I received a award,
Legend
4 awards,
icon.
4 episodes. Like." I, a show like are you not thinking with your brain even sending it to a person like that? It's like you no, you Nova really back in, and obviously maybe she do. From what I hear, opinions are going to change, but I don't know. Episode 4 was not a good episode for Nova, and then you flew a nigga out. Oh, girl. Oh God. The trans girls I know are like getting flown out, girl. Like you are playing the game backwards. And she was like, "You see how I live? I'm so domesticated."
First of all, I think she meant domestic, because domesticated, like, girl, you're not an animal. You know, you're trying to say, like, you mean domestic, like,
It's
you
so
treat them like
clean. You
homes.
see how I live. You know, I cook, and I mean, girl, the food must have been good because Tony and Dominique. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all cleaned them plates. I don't know if it was production magic, but bitch, y'all had cleaned them
It
big
didn't look
chicken
bad.
ass, them big chicken thigh plates. Y'all ate it down to the ground with that yellow rice. And I was like, okay. Okay. Missed out. Did he definitely missed out, Dominique, because your plate is clean, bitch. You
Right.
must have been going you said you was on the south side, so you must have been on your way to get something to
Something
eat.
to eat and was
Okay?
like, you know what, let me cook. Yes. Well, that basically concludes the episode. They kind of get into it like Nova is about to like try to swing on Althea, which I thought was unnecessary. You whacked her, and now you want to put your hands on her. Like it just seemed very. I mean, Althea did get up, like, but of course, like she's just arguing with her. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't think she was gonna fight Althea. I don't know. Say, I just she doesn't strike me as the type of person to like fight and be a fighter.
No, I
So
feel like Nova came to do what she needed. She came to Nova has been reaching at a moment to have a moment and sis. I just want you to word of advice. What I want to see from Nova is have a event. Just have and it doesn't have to be like because I know people feel like just the pressure of being like, oh, I'm on this show, it's chasing Atlanta. I need to have a career. Da, 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 da. Bitch, at this point, you on the show, okay? So whether you sell books, write books, pen and pad or not, you need to be creatively thinking about how can I bring these people together? What can I do to contribute to this friend group of people? Like, I don't know, like invite the girls to a massage day, a makeup day. I don't know, like you cook, like invite the girls over to cook, you know. I don't like Nova, but what you doing? Striking up all these fires. I ain't gonna be able to take it all season. I'm not. I'm not.
back to the drawing board. But yeah, that's pretty much been the review. I'm excited to see what happens. This season, like we said, is tea. Like I'm every episode, I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? You know, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
On a reality show, so I appreciate all the effort that they've taken to like make this season. I appreciate you, of course, Mindy, for being here, giving your input. Um, but
This
yeah,
was
any last?
fun, guys. This was so fun. I hope I ain't like. I was kind of nervous. I hope I ain't never talk. I do like to
What?
talk.
No, no, no,
And,
no. You
yeah.
definitely like made me think about some things. Like I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it that way. So yeah, I appreciate you. Definitely come back and give your input.
Period. Period.
Absolutely.
Where y'all from? I didn't ask that. Where y'all from?
You,
Because I know
you
you was
go ahead.
coordinating time zones and stuff.
Well,
So
I moved, but I feel like you should. Can you guess where we from?
I don't. It's definitely giving me like Midwest. Honestly, like I don't know if I want to like say like Chicago. It's giving me like Illinois teas, like real bad.
So we both from Detroit, but I moved to Chicago like
Okay,
6 years ago.
Detroit.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
what up,
yeah,
though?
yeah, exactly, exactly.
yes, yes,
Yes.
Detroit. Yes.
Also, people have been asking throughout the live about a diagram from you,
Oh, it's
or
I'm. Oh my God, y'all. So being a content creator is so hard. I literally I'm editing it now. I
Mhm.
shot it last night. Um, Quinton is at the top of the pyramid. I'm just gonna get it away. But this was a hard one for me. Like this was a hard one, and I feel like because after I did the first one, I just kind of like did it. I was kind of like on this whole chasing Atlanta bench because we had a Birmingham premiere that Dominique and Ken Dog came down here and did. And I went out and interviewed some of the guests and interviewed them. So I was kind of like on this whole chasing Atlanta kick that week. So I'm like, okay, I just went to the premiere. Let me do like I watched this other content creator. I can't think of her name right now, but she does these pyramid reviews of like Potomac and the housewives and stuff. So I'm like, let me do this. I was sitting around the office, so I did it. It took me all night to edit the thing because I'm like, a perfectionist. And then I posted it, and then like to have all the cast like respond. The second one was hard because I'm like, girl, I don't want to get my feelings and my connections into it. I'm just watching the show. So the second pyramid was hard, but I really wanted to just be fair to what I saw, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. But it will be posted today. Um,
Because
it's
they
like
looking for it. Like four people were like, "Where's the diagram at?" And then shout out to Jamar A313. I did not
yes,
know you
three
from
one
Michigan,
three.
Yes,
Jamar.
Southfield.
I ain't trying to go
Okay,
outside of the
period.
mob. Okay.
I did not know that.
That
Wow.
is what the fuck is up.
Yes.
Because yes, like Southfield is like 30 minutes. Well, of course you know Jamar, but for those
Far.
who don't know,
Yeah.
Southfield is like 30 minutes from Detroit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's cheap.
Southfield. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I
have
had
to come visit.
Cheap.
I'm trying to be on tour this summer, so I'm definitely popping up
Listen,
in the
it's gonna
area.
be quite a summer in Detroit. That the ice cold weather, the blizzard, polar vortex is gone. So
It's
I
over
feel like
with.
we,
Okay.
yes. So we are going to properly like appreciate the summer. So yes, it's going to be a very very hot, very just active summer in Detroit. Just
good.
looking forward to
Okay.
it, baby.
Well, I hope everybody had a good Saturday. We hate to leave you, but we do have to go. But thanks again, Malik, once again for
Thank
being
y'all for
on
having me.
here.
This was so much
Yes.
fun. I'm
Thank you for joining
definitely
us.
looking forward to coming back to like, chop it up with you guys. I enjoy y'all content. Y'all have been
Yes,
consistent.
thank you so
Keep
much.
doing what y'all doing, even down to, I'm also been over in the Gemini Films world and produced some of those shows. So
Yes.
I just appreciate y'all always, doing what y'all doing and just keep it up. And thanks for having me. This was
Absolutely.
fun.
You have a good rest of your Saturday,
Yes.
okay?
Period.
Peace. Cool. All right. Well, this has been the end of our review. Thank you guys so much for being here. I always get weird like wrapping it up, so I have to like figure out what I want to say. But shout out to everybody that came through. Oh my God, thank you so much for the cast
Yes.
members that came through. Thank you for showing us
Absolutely.
love. Through the jokes and all the funny shade and stuff. We love everybody. Um, so yeah, we appreciate y'all and definitely tune in next Saturday. We will be here reviewing the show. So yeah, have a good Saturday. Any thoughts before we leave, Troy?
Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to the people who are going to watch this on the playback. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Yes. Peace.